Hello. So our group also had a lot to share. So whoever's going to be typing these notes up most likely will have a lot of feedback. But I think a lot of our conversation really centered around three main things. One is the lack of financial support for students while they're in these programs. There's no access to money, and it just so happens the context of our table is, I think everyone at our table is in the medical assistant program, so I don't know if it's specific to this program, but the study material is pretty heavy. Students have a lot of homework in this program, and then they also, if they have families or have to work, it just compounds to the teeter-totter between, is it still worth staying in the program, or am I gonna have to drop out because of the lack of financial support? Then looking beyond that is, how long do I have to live on the lack of financial support? So if after the training, these students specifically have to go through a certification, and that certification entails that they are mandated to do a 4-week externship. It's a full-time externship, and the placement into that externship has been a barrier, because some of the students, it hasn't been their experience yet because they haven't finished the program, but they've heard from students who have finished the program that there was nowhere to place them. Some students have already finished the program and are waiting for this placement. Without this placement, you can't get a certification. Without the certification, you can't get a job. So it's really imperative that either they find a way to partner with more healthcare facilities, and on that same note, but sort of moving beyond that, is when entering into these contracts with the externship partners, is really setting the expectation that these are not just for externships, that there's a vision between JobTrain and the partner, that there's a job opportunity waiting for these students after their externship. And so I think one thing that these students in particular also really appreciated, though, was the support, the study center, being able to make their copies here, and all the heavy paperwork that is entailed with their studies. So those support systems are excellent. But they also, they just wanted to point out that the financial support, the lack of financial support, is really a barrier to being in the program, and the ability to get an externship immediately after you finish the studies. If there's a barrier there, that's just cutting into their ability to move on beyond JobTrain. So I don't know if there's anything else we need to add.
Also, for those of us who want to continue, like in nursing, working with the community colleges to open up more spots, or maybe bringing higher education here.
Yeah. So if anybody else heard that, is that it would be nice if there was some sort of continuation after JobTrain, if you could go on to like earn your RN, or if there's a possibility to have a second phase where you could come back and do something higher education here. Thank you.